Welcome to another episode of Conversations with Neighbours. We got an exciting one for you today. And how do you pronounce your name?
My name is Gilberto.
Okay.
Yeah.
So please introduce yourself and what it is that you do before we hop into the show.
My name is Gilberto, last name Bojaca. I used to be a hospitality man, very much involved into the wine and food industry in Toronto and United States. Sort of retired at the moment, slowing down, and I just trying to reinvent myself, if you want to put it in the way, keep myself busy, keep myself going along.
Love it. And so you've been nice enough to lend your expertise to the Chats event, Bubbles and Smiles, an evening in Paris. What inspired you to be a part of this event?
For me, is I had a firm belief that you have to help the people that is helping other people. That's number one. Two is I am an indirect beneficiary of the good job that the chat does, which is helping people, and they happen to help my mother-in-law once upon a time. My wife received the invitation for the event last year, and we went to the event. We enjoyed the event, which was, okay, one, we participate, we were part of the whole party, if you want to put it in that way, and realized that this is good. This is something that has to be done. So it happened that they were looking for someone to do this again, and they asked me if I recommend anyone. I said, I could do it. Love to do it. Keep me busy and helping at the right cause, right? Yeah.
So you'll be at this event coming up.
That's right, yeah. Yes.
And I went to the event last year as well, too. It was my first time there. It was an awesome time. I really enjoyed it. And let's just touch on the magic of champagne, right? I think champagne has like amazing branding behind it, like a touch of elegance when you hear champagne.
Most definitely.
What's the biggest difference between that and, other, call it sparkling wine?
Or sparkling wine. Well, let's say most wine regions in the world today produce sparkling wines, but it's only one that it could be called champagne. The rest could be called in different ways. Spain has a cava, Italy has prosecco, Germany or South Africa has sect, and the generic name that is sparkling wine. But the call is method of champagnage. It means that all these individuals do their sparkling wines in what is called method of champagnage. Most of them, there is other ways to do it, but most of them. And they're tremendous value. And that my idea is to share that, hey, you could do that, but you could do this. Take your pick, right? So that's the idea. But definitely, champagne itself is special. It has been special for multiple reasons. I mean, if you're going to think historically, in 496, the first king of France converted to the religious, to the Christianity, got baptized in Reims, which is the capital of Champagne, right? And thereafter, every king that it was to be crowned, it will be done in Reims. So you have all this dynasty of individuals from the monarchy, not only the French monarchy, but others, the monarchies all linked one way or another, that create that aura of Champagne is something special. to make it more interesting, I think the individual that did the quantum leap, you want to call, it was Louis the 14th. What Louis the 14th, was himself, he called himself the Sun King. That gives you an idea of what he think of himself. He was a special guy, definitely. When you come and read about his life, you say, oh, I want to be this guy. he didn't finish that well, but he was a mighty. Anyway, so he decided to, when he built the Versailles Palace, champagne was the house wine, right? It's close. It's 120 or so kilometers from the area, 150, something like that. So it was easy for them. Once the monarchy and the elite, the social elite, the high end of the society start to drink it, it's a no-brainer for us simple mortals to try to give me a sip of that, right? We are 8 billion and change of people, and champagne produces 320 million. You could imagine what is your share, not that much. So, so you try to get a glass of that stuff. And it's definitely, I think, we know the champagne is expensive. On a regular basis, it's expensive. But when you come and look at it from the point of view of the place, the techniques that they had to use, the harvesting methods, how to make the wine, the street regulations, the landscape, and all those things, it makes it even a lot more interesting and different. So it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. I love it. It's so interesting how those things start and then grow into what they are.
Grow.
And then, all these years in 2025, still talking about it and how proper it is.
And we see following that. I mean, well, we know the history of the wine is as it is 2,000 years, but it's more, it's 3,000, and we are at the moment in 3,800 or something like that. But most people go back to the 2000 when the AD thing started. Champagne is from 490, 500 years, but then it wasn't from the 500 to the 16 or to the 1700. Champagne was not the champagne there is today. It was a wine, commoner wine. Champagne got the prestige when the
kings.
Monarchy came in, and then, this is good stuff to that. But meanwhile, it's a lot of chaff, as you say, to do.
Yeah, the power of the brand.
Yeah.
So talk about, at the event, I know that there's going to be a ton of good food. Talk about pairing different sparkling champagnes with different foods and what goes into that.
Well, I'm a heretic. I'm an individual that is totally different than most people that will be when they come to matching food and wine. Because matching food and wine is very much a personal experience. And that's what I
put out there.
Yeah.
Everyone's palate is completely unique.
Different.
Yeah.
And it's chemistry is different, or DNA is different, and experiences are different, memories are different. I claim I'm not really the wine guru, as I just love the subject, right? And I check this with you. We have a bottle of wine in front of us. Myles, let's have a sip. I give you a sip, I get my sip. Same bottle, we are going to drink it. Cheers, Myles, I say. Yeah, well, the wine that you're drinking is different than the wine that I'm drinking. Because the moment that it goes into my system, it gets transformed. It's a different beverage. And as I keep drinking, we have another sip and another glass, we are still transforming. We are transforming until we're feeling the power. So that wine is not going to be the same wine. And tomorrow you get another bottle, well, it's going to be a different bottle. So it's for me, it's a journey.
Yes, forever changing.
Yeah. It's a lifestyle. You have to be passionate about the stuff. The main reason of wine is to give you pleasure, right? And the wine is for you to enjoy. And wine is supposed to be fun, but you have to take it seriously. And when I mean seriously, is that you have to do your little, not just come and
hammer it.
Just, hey, honey, I need a drink.
Yes. Yeah.
And then honey comes with a drink, and then you just should eat a drink.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a different thing. Wine is something just to
more delicate. You gotta, you gotta savor it. You gotta experience it.
You
not just
you have
shoot
to
it
live
back.
it.
Yeah.
You know, it's even. I mean, you could edit this one if it's a little bit crazy, but wine is like an exercise for the mind or brains, because you have to use all your senses. When you have the glass in front of you,
smell it,
and you really want to assess the wine, you really want to, okay, what do I have in front of me? Do you have how is the acidity? How is was sweetness level? Is any faults? Whatever. I had to use the whole of my brain. So when I use it, I exercise it.
I'm going to use that line.
Yeah.
I'm doing a mental workout right now. What are you doing drinking? It's 2 PM. It's like I'm exercising the mind.
Yeah. I'm doing my exercise, there is studies on the subject, but it's a tough one.
Yes.
It's a tough one to sell it to anyone. But I kind of believe in that. You say, you have to look
see
at the
it,
wine,
smell it, taste it, feel it,
taste it, think about it. That's what most people don't do.
Yeah.
They don't think about it, and they just drink it.
Yes.
And bye-bye, sayonara. Because the other thing is that when you drink it without thinking, you drink faster.
Yeah.
And you do it faster.
And you're not even tasting it then. If you're not thinking about it.
Yeah, no, you are not doing nothing. So if you are a serious guy, serious old lady, it's okay. Let's talk about this one. Sit and talk. Well, where you look at it, you smell it, you taste it, you think, you talk, or you write. And then, Myles, what do you think of this? What is the acidity for you? I don't know, Gilberto. How the alcohol?
Yeah. Then again, repeat.
And then we go, and we both learn.
Yeah.
And we both reinforce what we think of the wine.
Yes.
It's a more complete picture. You want to think in that way. Yeah.
When did you start to get into wine?
My feelings are because as a restaurateur,
yes,
I had to learn about wine to train my staff to sell my wine. Yeah. So that's it was
What year was that?
1975.
Nice.
Don't tell anyone. I'm 80.
Yeah, you look great. Say it with pride.
Everyone say, "Oh, Gilberto, you look so young." He said, "Oh, but it feels terrible." It feels terrible. But it's good. I think when you grow old, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
Well,
So
you get all the experience.
yeah.
So the event itself, it has the vibe of Paris. What role do you think champagne has played in French culture?
Tons is in their DNA.
Yeah, it's
There
woven in. Yeah.
you hold them together. They drink most of the stuff themselves, right? Like out of the 320 or so average year that they produce, they probably half stays there. The rest get distributed to the rest of the world. They have, and it's a major source of income for France.
For the economy.
For the economy. They had been the savviest of the branding organizations from the time that we didn't know anything about branding, because I didn't think in 1700 nobody was thinking of what we were talking before.
Yeah.
Branding up a mark or a brand or whatever. At that time, there wasn't the thinking, but think they have a bulb with the taste of the consumers. Would you like champagne in antiquity was sweet. The Russians love champagne, and the Tsar have a direct pipeline from Reims to St. Petersburg or wherever he was, and it was champagne, but it was sweet. So it was his taste. It's still champagne. And champagne in the very beginning, champagne first is wine.
Yes.
First is wine, then becomes champagne if it's from the region.
Yep.
Right, from the region. Because it gets submitted to what we call second fermentation, and that's where the bubbles come in, and that's when.
Gotcha.
It was 1700s. It was actually, they think that the wine was bad because what it happens, a little bit the technical part, Champagne as a region is located on the fringes of grape growing region. So they are in 30 to 50, they are in the 50 parallel, which means average temperature is about 10, right? Could drop up to 10. If they were a little bit farther north, well, then it will be, lower the temperature will be 8 or 7, then the plant won't grow. So it's within that line.
Thin margin.
Thin margin. So that's one of the things. The other thing that make it special is the undulations on the land. It's like old knolls that is called. So that give a perfect exposure for the sun or the light to go and hit the plants in the specific way. You have the chalk soil, the chalk caves for the right temperature. So they had the perfect package.
Yes.
And with that, the fact that it was part of the society, high-end society, it just had permeated through years to stay as it is today, right? So
soaked in the culture.
Yeah. Who doesn't want a glass of champagne?
Yeah, like you say champagne, everyone knows.
Yeah, right.
Like,
you salivate.
Yeah.
It's
you should have brought some.
Yeah, but then we'll never finish. That's what I thought. Yeah.
So yeah, we're excited for the event. Obviously, the proceeds from the event are for a good cause. Like, what's that? How does that make you feel? Like you get to be a part of this event, and you know firsthand of like the impact that Chats has.
Yeah.
Like, talk a little bit about knowing that that impact is there.
It will humble me, really. Because it feels good to be able to do something or participate in something that other people is getting benefit indirectly, and I have felt it in the first hand. I live in the present continuously. For me, the present
It's all there is.
A present, but it's a present.
Yeah, the gift.
Yeah, it's a gift. So this is a gift for me. And if I manage to be part of that is going to help other people to feel better, I'm going to get better too. You do.
Yeah.
You do. When you share what you have, when you give, when you participate, it's a very unique feeling, very special feeling. A little bit crazy though too, but
Me too.
but it's like that. It's like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I think when I was a kid, my mom had on the wall, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is the present, a gift.
That's Eleanor Roosevelt.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I remember that in my basement.
Yeah. And for me, I have looked into the present. Is a present. Present is a present. 3 words. Boom.
Yeah.
And I always debate who say that in those 3 words. Who say that? So I said, okay. I always thought that it was San Agustin or Pliny the Elder, Lacallus, one of those big thinkers that something to. Well, I still don't know who said it, but I found that one that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. That's great. So it means you did your homework. No. So...
That's a good life philosophy to have,
yeah.
A good mindset to have.
Yeah. No. Looking for the present is a present. I abuse it. Yeah, I strongly believe in it. And I say I abuse it from the point of view that I extend it. And this is the rest. The present is a present, but you have to be present to appreciate the present.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You can't be living in the future or dwelling in the past. You actually have to live in the present.
Yeah.
So where can people learn more about you and what you do?
Not much about me at the moment, because I say I'm kind of on the twilight, that sort of thing. Although I don't mind at all to share my experience. It's a subject that for me, it was my job. I live out of it. But now it's a hobby. I still receive information of what is happening, what is happening, and it has cost me a lot, so I don't leave it alone. Yeah. So that's
no problem.
No problem.
We'll see you at the Chats event.
Yeah, okay.
We'll put all the information in the show notes. But before we leave, this is going to be a tough question, but you got to answer it.
Yeah, okay.
What's your favorite wine right now?
I don't think I have drink my favorite wine yet.
Oh, that's another great mindset to have.
Yeah, because I planning to still keep drinking wine.
Yeah.
LCBO releases about 200 wines a month approximately. It's plenty of wine to drink.
Yeah.
Now, it gives me the shivers when someone say, oh, I drink only Chardonnay, or I drink only Cabernet, I drink only Sauvignon Blanc, whatever, or Rioja, Bordeaux, whatever. Then do yourself a favor, big favor. Drink everything.
Yeah.
You drink everything. Even if you know that is not the right wine, because you need that as a reference. Let's say, in order for you to appreciate the light, you have to be in darkness. First. So okay, this is good stuff. But compared to what? So you have to
expand your horizons so you can compare it to that.
Exactly. I used to train professionals in the industry, and my philosophy, first, clean glasses. You know how many times you go to
a restaurant, there's a little like blur on the glass.
Clean glasses.
Yeah.
2, if I were going to start this field today, the first thing that I will learn will be the faults on wine. You know how many people is drinking the stuff and loving it? There is no up to par, right? But that's not the way to operate. That's not the way to get. So the first thing that you should do, I know that, as I say to myself, you are a real heretic, you know. That's the way I see it. You make sure. It's plenty of information. You get to the websites of all the wineries, they have everything that is to be known. If you are interested in the subject, it is
endless information.
Endless information. Now, it is a lot about information as well, right? But if you really want to seriously, there is plenty there, there's plenty available to learn, which I could say that I could be with everyone and say, okay, let's do this, which is fun. It's fun when you are talking to people and they say, let's try this. And then you see their eyes opening, the aha moment, the epiphany of their moment, and you know that you managed to, it's an amazing feeling. Yeah. It's an amazing feeling. So do that. Learn to share it because it's part of
the experience.
The experience and the culture.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, drinking alone is no good.
Yeah, no.
And with the amount of things that are to be, I would say, that you have to look into when you are tasting wine, gender, age, experience, knowledge, your cultural background, as you said before, your DNA, all those things are, your brain is on fire, it's spark. Actually, they have done the studies when wine expert tastes wine and is all plugged in and they see what is the revolution that it creates in the brain, right? So there is such a thing, right? But it's something that it doesn't come into the mainstream because they will get crazy.
Your brain explode.
Make it simple. Just look at it, smell it, taste it, think.
Talk.
That's for you. And talk. All right, if you want to. That's there is many. Even the professionals, they have different ways to taste it. They have different rituals, different. This way, this 30 seconds. Just make it simple, and do that at home or in private, or don't go to the restaurant. Start to doing, because then it falls apart, right? One thing I do, for example, nowadays is if I go to a restaurant, I don't pick up an expensive bottle of wine. I drink the good bottle of wine at home.
Yeah.
Reasons. Well,
price.
A good bottle of wine in a restaurant is expensive.
Yeah.
They give you an hour and a half to drink it.
Yeah.
They fill your glass, right? That sort of thing. Instead of being 2 or 3 ounces of pouring, they just
too much.
Put it too much. Because, why? Because they need a table quick.
Yeah.
Right. The ambiance.
They're trying to turn you over. They're not trying to get you to drink the wine and experience it.
The ambiance is high pitch. Yeah. You cannot even talk. You cannot even think. It's noisy. It's rush. What for? You want to give your money away?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I understand the restaurant business.
But for like a proper taste, to do it at home.
Yeah. So when you go to the restaurant, fast and efficient, you look at the glass, just the way you look at it, you already more or less a quick whiff, back, done.
Yeah.
At home, in private, it's fun. It's fun.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming in. We'll see you at the event, and looking forward to it.
Okay. Thank you very much.